Hello, I'm Martin Delaney. Today we're going to look at using the session view and the arrangement view in Ableton Live. Let's start with the live set from our last tutorial. It's also on this month's DVD. Launch the operator clip and then the green sine bass clip. Then use Command D to duplicate that track, and we're going to open the browser and drag the Resonator's music preset onto the new track. Now we have 4 loops to play with. Let's try and make a simple musical structure with these clips, working vertically down the screen. So there's a few ways we can do this. We need to rearrange our clips on the screen to form a structure. We could form scenes and drag everything around to create horizontal rows of clips that we can launch with single clicks. But a more organic way is to use the capture and insert scene command. So let's launch these 2 clips and then use Shift Command I to capture and insert scene. It creates a new scene that holds just those 2 clips. Now we can launch a drum clip and click here. The position you select is quite important, and Shift Command I again, and we have another scene. Then you can just keep going for a while until you have a structure that you can live with. If you like, you can use Command R to rename the scenes as song sections afterwards. So let's go back to the browser. We're going to add a beat repeat to the master track. Then set it up like this. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but this is how I'm doing it. Interval 2 bars. Gate 2/16. Pitch -12. Pitch decay 50%. This just adds a small variation to the piece every couple of bars. You can make it more bars if you like. Beat repeat will let you go up to 4. I think if you set this to 1, it's too many. Now let's say we want to get these parts into the arrangement view timeline so we can finish off our song before rendering it. There's a few ways we can do this. Let's try this one. Click the record button at the top of the live screen. Then play through your scenes. And obviously if you want to take a little detour and launch some individual clips out of sequence, that's cool as well. Go to that beat repeat and let's mess around with that grid setting. Then you could go to the impulse device as well, that's in track 1, and transpose it up by 12 semitones, which is 1 octave. Don't forget to look at the overview at the top of the screen. Always gives you a little thumbnail of what's happening in your agent timeline. Then we're still recording obviously, so let's grab the master track fader and just drag that down for a slow fade out. Then when that's finished, tap the space bar to stop live. Don't forget to hit save after that. Now we've finished recording, hit the tab key to move from session view to arrangement view. And then you can see Live's recorded everything you do, whether you load new devices and move clips around, whatever. So now when we hit the space bar to start Live running, we're moving left to right. So this is how it would work in Logic or GarageBand or any other DAW, any DAW. Most of the on-screen elements are the same, in the same place, like the browser, the control bar at the top of the screen. But the mixer and the in-out views are here now at the right, which I personally don't really like very much. And quite often I just will tab back and forward between session and arrangement view to see the more traditional session view mixer layout. Don't forget the tracks you see in one view are the same as in the other. So if you delete, say, your drum track from the session view, it's also gone from the arrangement view. These small buttons here unfold the tracks. If you want to look at the MIDI or audio content within a track, just click on one of these. If you hold down Option or Alt and click, it will unfold or fold all of the tracks at once. That's a very fast way of managing a lot of tracks. We can use this zooming hotspot to zoom in and out around the timeline. Click and drag up and down or left and right. Then double click to jump back out to the full view. If we look at the master track here, you'll see there's a red line, an automation envelope. This is our fade that we did at the end of the song. We can also use a follow button. When we're zoomed in a little and Live's running, if we click on this, the arrangement view will automatically scroll and keep the playhead on screen at all times. Another thing we might like to do is quickly create a loop of a section. So you can click on a clip or you can click and drag an area, hit Command L, and that will automatically loop. This kind of editing in arrangement view is again quite familiar if you've worked with, GarageBand or Reason or anything that's a timeline sequencer. Here we can extend the track a little bit. Just click and drag to highlight the last 4 bars of the arrangement. Then you Shift Command D to duplicate it. Now we've done that, the volume fade in the master track, which we talked about earlier, looks a little bit wrong now. So what we can do is click and drag to highlight the space between the beginning and end of the fade. Then hit the delete key and that will straighten it out automatically, so it's a nice smooth fade. So the other thing, if you messed around with those beat repeat parameters while you were recording, as I did earlier, you can have a look at those and straighten those out as well if you want to. But you don't have to smooth out all your automation. It just makes it sound a little different. It's a different feel if you have like something that's happening very smoothly, and if you have something that's just more kind of erratic, as if like you can hear the real person like turning a knob or moving a fader.